going to show you how to do the top part of the dress. So get your hook and get your black yarn and make a slip knot. Now you are going to do is chain 35. Once you have chained 35, you are going to do is get the first chain and put your hook in it and do a slip stitch, and then you're gonna do a single crochet in the next one. Now you're gonna do is put your marker in the first single crochet instead of the slip stitch. Hang on just a sec. And now you're going to do is single crochet in each stitch around, including the slip stitch. And when you do the slip stitch, you're gonna just do a stitch there, and you're just gonna single crochet all the way around. After doing your first round, you are going to do start on your second round, take out the marker, and do a single crochet in there. Put the marker back in. Now you're going to do is do 9 more rounds, so basically 10 rounds total. And then I will show you how to make the straps. Now that you have the all 10 rounds of what's going to be the top part of the dress, now you're ready to move on to the strap. And I'm going to show what it's going to be like without the doll, and then I'm going to do it with the doll. And then, so to start off, you're going to stitch into the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to chain 1 and then turn around. And put it in the 3 stitches. And 2 and 3. And what you're going to do with it is that you're going to do I'd say about 12 rows again, but if I'm mistaken, I'm going to correct myself again because I'm going to try it on the doll and see how it looks. And if I'm mistaken, I will correct myself. So I'll do 12 rows, and I'll see if I can fix this eventually when I show you what it will look like after doing 12 rows total. After doing 12 rows of the strap, I decided to put it on the doll to show what it's like. And I said I'd correct myself, and apparently I'm wrong. So I'm going to continue going with it. Then you're going to do the same thing that you did for this. But I'm going to show you I'm going to make sure which one, because I made a mistake, and I want to show what it would be like. And then later on, I will take it off the doll, and then I'll flip it inside out, because this needs to be inside out when you stitch it together. And and so I'm going to continue going. And so far that is 14. I just did 14 rows. No, I'm mistaken. I did 13. Well, anyway, it's still there's a gap. So if you're still, just keep going with it. And this shouldn't take you very long because you're only doing 3 stitches for each row. So this is 14. This is 14. So now I'm going to do so basically do 15 rows instead of 12 for the straps, and then you're going to do and flip it inside out. And if you're going to do it on a doll, you're going to take it off. Take it off if you have it on. But if you're not using the doll, what you're going to do is flip it inside out. And you're going to count. There's a number of stitches you have to go by. And it is more than you did for the shirt. So I will show you what to do next without the doll. So I've already flipped what's going to be the top part of the dress inside out. And if you're doing it without the doll, I'm going to show you how it's going to look. How many you're going to do. And if you're doing with doll, you're just going to do it like I showed you. So, for those who are not doing with, if you're not doing the doll for fitting, you're going to do 9 stitches across. You're going to, and once you get to the 10th stitch, that is when you're going to put in the first, that's when you're going to put it together. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right there is when I put my my hook. I put my hook there just to know. And I'm going to do a turning chain, then put my hook in there in the 10th stitch. And then what I'm going to do is do the slip stitch, and I'm going to pull it through again. And if you mess up, if you find yourself with something like this, you're just going to go like that. And you're going to do this again, and it should be easier with it. And now you're just going to keep going, and then you're going to do that last one. The good thing about this, you don't have to make a sleeve with this, but I'm going to show you what to do next just with the top part of the dress. So now, this is what it looks like. So you're going to get your scissors and finish off like you would normally do, and I will show you what to do next. So now that you have the top part of the dress done, this is what you'll get. And if you want to have all your stitches facing the right way, then you can flip it and then do the next strap, and it won't have the stitches look inside out. But what I'm going to do is keep it inside out, because I think it's easier. But if you want to flip it because you think it's necessary, you can. It really doesn't matter. So what you're going to do next is get your hook. Make a slip knot at first, and then put your hook through. Now you're going to do is you're going to want to do is fold it in half, and then if you're doing it without the doll, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna find where where you had your last stitch from the strap, and it's right here is where the last stitch was from, and from the other side it's right there. So that's what keeps it in line. You're just gonna align it from that. Now you're gonna do is you're gonna try aligning it with those and finding 9 stitches. This might sound complicated, but it's actually kind of easy. So you're gonna find 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I was kind of off, but if you're off, try finding a way. And what you're gonna do is stay in line, and then with that, you're gonna find how to do it way. So then, like, what you're gonna do is, if you find it in line, you're gonna count 9 stitches across, and then do you're gonna find the 3 stitches, then count 9, and that's where your other's gonna be. So you're gonna do it with that. You're gonna find where you have your other one to go, and you're gonna put your hook, and you're going to do a slip stitch. Then you're gonna do is do the 3 stitches wide, chain 1, and then do 15 rows for the strap. And then I will show what it will look like with the doll, and I'll show how to attach it, the strap, if you're doing it with the doll. So now that you finished the the strap, my bad, that's what it's going to look like. And it should be 4 stitches apart from each other, and that's how it is. It's 4 stitches apart, and 9 stitches if you're not doing it with the doll. Now you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to do is attach it. So it's going to be, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do is get a hold of a stitch, and then that's what it will be. You're almost done with just the top part. Next will be the gold lining of it. Now it's one more. Now you got the top part of the dress done. I will show you how to do the gold lining around it. And after you finish it off, that's what I'm going to show you at your before I show you how to do with the gold lining. So now that you've finished both of the straps, you are going to do is cut off the tails from this piece. So when you get the strap, you can't see that, but that's the strap. And at the bottom when you started. And now you have finished it. And if you haven't done it yet, but flip it in the right way. And this is what it will look like. Now that you have it, now I'm just trying to make it so you can see it. This is what it will look like. And part 2, I will show you how to do the gold lining. Now I'm going to show you how to do the gold lining around the top part of the dress. So get your hook, and then gonna do is make a slip knot and put it on your hook. Now you're gonna do is find a stitch, find the back, the back of the top part of the dress, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and how to do the inside part, not the straps, not the outside part of the straps, just the inside. So you're going to do is place your hook in the stitch right here, then do a slip stitch. Now you're going to do is single crochet in each stitch, in each one of the holes around, like you did when for doing the shirts, but instead of doing more than one row, for each one you're just going to do one around. That just makes a lining, and this is what it will look like when you make the lining. And then once you get to the front, you're just going to do the same thing, and then you're doing it all the way around, and I'll show you what that will look like at the end. Now that you have the gold lining around the top, this is what it will look like. And now you're going to finish off. So what you're going to do is get the first stitch, the one you did a slip stitch with, and then do a slip stitch in that one, pull it off, and finish it off like you normally do. So now what you're going to do is get to you're going to do this, do the gold lining for the straps, and I'm going to show you how to do it for just one of them, and you're going to repeat the same thing for the other. So what you're going to do is find a stitch, and then you're going to do is put a slip stitch in it, and then go all the way around. And this is what I'm going this way around. And you're not making a sleeve, all you're doing is just lining And it's just like how you did this. So after that, you're gonna do is get the first stitch, the slip stitch you did, then you're gonna do a slip stitch in that, and then finish it off like you did. And now that you have gotten all of this part done, you're almost done with just this top part of the the golden line. I know it sounds confusing, but I'm making a good one. And then later on, I'll show you how to do this bottom part, but there's some things that needs to be done first. So first off, go into the back of the dress, back of the top part of the dress, do a slip stitch, and then single crochet all the way around like you did before. And you're basically repeating this, and then once you get done, I will show you what to do next. So now that you have the gold lining on all of the areas of the top part, you are going to do is cut off all the tails. And after you cut off all the tails of just the top part, that's when it's going to go to the bottom gold lining. This just makes it easier, it'll make it go on faster. I'm just checking, and then I got it. So now after you cut off all the tails, you are going to do is get your yarn and make a slip knot. Do the same thing you've been doing, but instead of finishing off, you're going to change the color, and I'll show you how to change the color. So find where you cut the tail off for the bottom part of when you started. You're going to put your hook into the stitch right next to it. And well, I guess it would be chain, but if it's stitched, I guess it will be. And make sure that you got your slip knot tight, and then do a slip stitch, and then single crochet all the way around. And then once you get, I'll show you what to do once you get to the first stitch, since this is the bottom part of to do the lining, and this is different than how it was up above. So after doing the gold lining for the bottom part, this is when you're going to switch the color from gold to dark blue. So if you don't know how to switch colors, I'm going to show you. So you're going to cut, and then do a single crochet stitch, and then get the dark blue, and pull it through. And be sure to pull it tightly. Now you're going to do is do a single crochet stitch in every stitch around for 2 rounds. So now I got the dark blue, and this is what's going to start. And if you want to use a marker, you can, but I prefer to use marker for this because this is going to be a pretty long skirt, and what you're going to need is do it that way. Then after that, you're going to pull it tightly. Now get your hook and then keep stitching. So it's going to be one single crochet stitch in every stitch all the way around for 2 rounds. So after doing 2 rounds in blue, what you're going to do is take out your hook and find the tails to where you switch the colors, and this is the colors, and this right here is the tail to what you started with. Well, for me it is, and I'm gonna trim. You're gonna cut the tail that you had to start with, and then you're gonna do is, if it's a short tail like this blue one, you're just gonna tie a knot, or you're gonna tie it together. But if it is long as the yellow one, you're gonna sew it in, and this goes for both. But I'm going to show you what it is for both short and long. So for the short one, you just tie a knot, and for the long one, you're going to sew it in. And I'm also going to sew it in, but it's only going to be in a few stitches. And to sew it in, you're just going to go in between stitches. So you're going to do is go in between stitches like this. And then pull through, and you're just going to keep going with it. And then just do it like that. And that should be enough. So trim it, and plus it's tied together, so that should do it. Next, you're gonna do is, if it's a short tail, you're just gonna get it in a few stitches. And I'm only doing like 3 of them because that's like how long it is. And there's that. And just pull it through like that. And then trim it. And now you're ready to move on. Now this won't bother you in any way, and it won't get in your way while you're making the bottom skirt. While you're making the skirt of the dress. So now, what you're going to do is get your hook back in, take out the marker, and put it in single crochet in that stitch. And then put the marker back in. Then you're going to do is put 2 single crochet stitches into the next stitch, and then 1 into that next stitch afterwards. So it is 1 single crochet, 1 stitch, and then 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. And you're just going to do this for only 1 round, and I'll show you what to do next. Now after doing the round with 1 single crochet in 1 stitch and then 2 single crochet in the next, now you're going to do is take out your marker, do a single crochet in that stitch, and then you're going to do is do another single crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to do 2 single crochet stitches, and in the next one after that. So you're going to do 1 single crochet in 2 stitches and 2 single crochet in the next, and you're going to do that for 1 round. Now I'll show you what to do next. So after doing the 1 single crochet in 2 stitches and 2 single crochet in 1 stitch, now it is time, and now I will show you what to do next. So take out your marker and do a single crochet stitch in there, and then you're gonna do one single crochet stitch in every stitch around for 16 rounds, and this will be 20 rounds total of dark blue, and then I will show you what to do next. Now that you have done 16 rounds, this is what it will look like. And if you didn't do the marker and you have it right here, that's where you're going to do the blue. But if you have a stitch marker and it moves on you, kind of like this, you're going to do it where the marker is. So take out your marker, and then do a single crochet stitch. Don't finish it all. Don't finish the stitch. Cut it. Then get the other one. Get the other tail, and then you're gonna do is pull it through. Just be sure you got it long enough. Just get this holder, and now you're gonna do is put your marker back in to the same one. And then do a single crochet into the next stitch. And be sure to pull tightly. You're going to do 2 rounds with the light blue, and then I will show you what to do next. Now that you've done the 2 rounds in light blue, you're going to take out your marker, get your scissors and cut the tail. Now you're going to do is finish off, and start off with a slip stitch, and then finish off like you normally do. After you finish off, you're going to get the tails of the yarn that you use to change the color with, and you're going to take the light blue tail, get your needle, and sew in between the stitches of the light blue like you did when it came to the black and the gold. And I'm just going to stop there with it. And once you get done with that, you're going to take your scissors and cut the remaining. dark blue tail and do the same thing, girly. And then you're gonna do just go in between the stitches again, and I'm just doing just this many, and then I'll go on. And I'll stop here. Now you have the dress complete. In part 3, I will show you how to do the cloak and the boot.